Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Love Your Vibe. Had to think there for a second because I hadn't done this podcast in a long time, but it's always been on the tip of my mind with everything going on, and I definitely wanted to get back to it and ensure that I could do the very best topic to kind of bring it back to life, so to speak. But I just wanted to take a moment to really get involved with the idea of confidence and unlimited confidence and how it makes all the difference in our lives. And so let's just talk about this a bit. I was on the other podcast this morning, The Actors Area, and so I was discussing how it's that type of confidence that makes the difference. And where does that confidence come from? Or where does that confidence come from? And so that confidence oftentimes is rooted within the purpose that you were put on this earth for. Or it could be the purpose that you're experiencing right now that's leading to something greater. And I'll give you an example. I talked about today how as a very young boy, I'm talking about 4 years old, there was just this insatiable urge to be a football player and succeed as a football player. And I did every single thing that you can imagine as a kid that grown men usually do to be the very best that I could be. Now, you see that a lot more now on social media and other video sites with kids, running drills and doing ropes and stuff like that. That's the type of kid that I was. And these kids nowadays will even tell you when you're in a position to do something like that, right? When you're in a position to do something like that, you create such an unlimited, almost untouchable level of confidence in who you are. And it becomes so great that you oftentimes find yourself laughing, having fun, having a good time, just moving about effortlessly. It reminds me of I just think of Michael Jordan in the 1992 NBA Finals against the Portland Trail Blazers. And he had hit 6 3-pointers in the first half. And he just kind of looked over to the side, shrugged his shoulders, opened his arms. And it was almost like he was just saying, it's too easy. It's too easy. And you got to think, not only was Michael Jordan a supreme athlete, but here was a guy who had the work ethic of somebody who just couldn't stop. And so you can imagine what that would feel like if you could get to a place where you could marry that God-given talent with that work ethic, which then brings that confidence in your ability to do what you love doing best. But the truth of the matter is that we have to be so stern and so strong with following this confidence because we all possess it towards something in this life, something that we're really good at. Now, the issue comes in because there's always a level of fear in most cases that's around you. You think of Michael Jordan again, his high school coach basically telling him he was not good enough. There's always people, whether they're in our family or our surroundings or our authority figures, that are always going to try to inject fear into our lives and into our purpose, dimming our light and causing us to be unsure of ourselves. I used to think about why I couldn't succeed at some things after my football career ended. And it was because I was fearful. I was full of fear, and I was a people pleaser. I used to think about how everything I did was going to affect someone else in a potentially negative way, which is basically vibrational suicide. You cannot think like that. Now, you're not going to be a criminal, or you're not, doing anything that's going to hurt anybody. But yeah, sometimes when you're following who you are, what you will do will make a few people uncomfortable. But that's normal, because speaking vibrationally, here's what happens. What happens is people who are supremely confident, unlimited confidence, for the sake of the topic, who have unlimited confidence, make individuals who aren't extremely judgmental, jealous, sometimes even full of hatred. It makes them extremely insecure. And I've lived this. I tell you, I've lived this. Every single fitness place that I worked at before I was able to move out on my own and do my own thing, I experienced this type of jealousy because I embraced that this was a part of me, that this was something that I was so good at that it was just second nature. And I could see the energy that would come off the people because they were so upset that I not only had an innate ability to dissect everything, but I was aware of it. And I used to get on my social media and I would say stuff like, come see the best trainer in Los Angeles give you the greatest workout of your life. And people hated it. Now, if you have unlimited confidence, you're applauding me. You're saying, okay, I like that, a little bit of cockiness, but it's all good. It's all fun and games. I know he doesn't mean anything by it, but it's great that he's in that position to feel that way. You applaud. It inspires you. So think about somebody in your life who's super confident. Do they inspire you, or do they make you feel uncomfortable? Because if they make you feel uncomfortable, then that means part of you is living in fear. Part of you needs to figure out how you can get to a place to where you have that confidence that makes you that beast and that thing that you love and desire so much. And I'm telling you like this, when you start to wipe away and drag away those layers of fear, you will find that confidence. There is no doubt about it. You will find that confidence, you will grow, and you will thrive. But until then, all we can ever ask for is to eke out a meager existence, because guess what? When you don't have confidence, you can't be a leader. When you don't have confidence, you can't inspire people. You just fall into the pack. When you're worried about what people are going to think about you, there's just no way. There's no way that you can succeed on a level that you're likely wanting to if you're listening to this podcast. And I know you have it in you. I know you have it in you. It's just a matter of getting rid of the unconscious blocks of fear, of anxiety, of judgment, and basically saying to yourself and to your heart, as I take a deep breath, who am I? Who am I, and what is desiring to emerge through me? And when I tell you, when that thing comes, you'll know, because it's like when you plug in your brand new television and you get power and that big old screen comes on and you're like, shit, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you're going to feel. That is what you're going to feel. And that is how you know when you've tapped in to that confidence. Life is too short not to find out where this confidence is. Life is too short not to realize that you have it within you. Start now. Start right now. Take all those layers away and go get what's yours. Unlimited confidence makes all the difference. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful day. Take care.